What's going on, guys? What is good, everybody? What is good, my friends? TG here, and I'm back with another Reflex video. How are you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? You guys been good? You been alright? You been chilling? But anyway, today we have San Diego 2017 Supercross by MotoTank and also Dark Slide. So today we have a track made by two track creators. And I'm telling you guys right now, we had a lot of fun testing this track out and a ton of battles. This feels like a very competitive track. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so the first thing I do want to say is big shout out to MotoTank for coming out of retirement and making some more tracks again, man. He used to make a ton of tracks. Look at that Willie though. That Willie was awesome. But he used to make a bunch of tracks back in 2015. He made tracks like A1, A2, Houston, and the list goes on, man. So he's definitely a veteran in the track making game, and it's really cool to see him come back. And it's also really cool to see him and Dark Slides work together. But pause real quick. This section right here will change. So Dark Slides is actually going to add a roller before this section because you can actually quad single this section. And he wants to keep it more realistic, so he's going to add a roller before that section. But I will show you guys the quad. Sorry, Dark Slides, I had to do it. But like I was saying before, man, really cool to see MotoTank come back, and also really cool to see him and Dark Slides come together to make a track. I believe that MotoTank made the hype map, Dark Slides made the rest of the track, and they also use objects made by Kid Zero. So really cool to see the community come together to make a dope ass track. But before I get into the visuals and stuff like that, I want to talk about how this track rides. Now, we sat here for probably almost 2 hours riding this track. It was supposed to be a test ride, but out of nowhere, man, people kept coming, and next thing you know, we're riding this track over and over and over and over because for some reason, man, we always had some intense ass battles. No matter where you were, you could be in the back of the pack, mid pack, front of the pack. You're probably most likely in a intense, crazy ass battle, man. It was so much fun. We had like 5-way battles where the lead would change. Oh, pause again. Quad that bitch. Quad that hoe. Okay, I'm done anyway. But like I was saying before, intense ass battles. And you had these big, huge turns, bro. These berms were take out central. And on top of that, the tough blocks are static. So if you hit them, you're going to fucking die. So if you took somebody wide, you were basically just going to kill them, bro. It's insane, bro. The amount of takeouts and passing and landing people, it's just insane, bro. The shit was insane, man. That's why we kept riding it over and over again, because it was just so much fun. It was so many battles, and it was just so many places to pass because the track was wide. You know, you didn't have to. It's kind of one-lined when it comes to like faster lines because it's a replica. Nothing you can do about that, but when it comes to like the turns and how wide the track is, and you know the space you need to pass somebody, like this corner right here was like takeout central. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. Now, like I said earlier, Dark Slide is going to add a roller before this section right here, and this section was actually a make or break section in a race, because if you quadded that, you were going to gain some time if the person ahead of you didn't quad it, like about a second or half a second or so. That was a very, very fast line. So with that roller being there, I'm very curious to see how the battles will turn out now, because I feel like it'd be a lot more closer, because there's no way to really separate people, because this section right here is the hardest part of the track, because that middle triple is kind of hard. It's kind of a ski jump, and if you don't clear it all the way, also that triple right here as well is pretty hard, but if you don't clear that triple in the middle all the way, you're probably going to eat shit, because it's kind of one of those hard casing jumps. You might get bumpers, and it's hard to get back on the track because the tough blocks are kind of tight together, and that's pretty much it. Like, without that quad section, there's really not any part of the track that's going to separate people. That's why we had so many battles, because even if a person was a little bit slower than you, it wasn't that easy to pass him unless he was hitting his quad up here. So that's why we kind of rode this track a lot, because it was just so much fun. Everyone was kind of really tight packed. You know, we had 5-way battles where the lead would change 5 times. It was so much fun. And these big berms as well, like, you don't have to take somebody out. You can literally go up to somebody, park them, and take off. Like, this track was just so much fun to ride, because it was so much, like, there's like so much room, and like the track was easier to ride, and everyone can do everything. The only part, like I said before, was hard was this section we just passed and this triple right here. Those are the two hardest parts of the track without that quad section. So everyone was together, and it was just so much fun. We had a full lobby, and pretty much People did fall off because some people just weren't that good here, but pretty much like the top 8 were all together throughout the whole entire race. Like first and second might dip out, or first might dip out. Hashtag boss boy. He was fast as fuck here. He was fucking railing, but most of the time we're all together. We had a lot of races where we were all together, and it was just so much fun. That's why I like this track so much, because it's not too hard, not too easy, and people can ride together, and it's a lot of fun. So make sure if you get this track, make sure you get some friends, man. When I live stream, man, make sure to come by, because it's a lot of fun to ride here. And we rode this track for like 2 hours, man. That says a lot. We test tracks all the time, but we rode this track right here. This track right here. This track, okay, I'm done. But for real though, we rode this track for almost 2 hours. That's wild, man. We never do that anymore. We used to, not anymore. We literally, bro, even Snake sat here and rode like 10 races. Snake's like, oh, I'm burnt down, reflex, fuck this game. Snake sat here, rode like 10 races, bro. That says a lot. So hashtag shout out to Dark Slides and MotoTank, man. This is a very fun track. Now, MotoTank used to make tracks like this all the time, kind of wide. Now, I know people like that realistic stuff, but I feel like wider tracks are funner. That's why I like Red Rider's tracks. You know, I like the way he makes his tracks, because it's a fucking video game. You're supposed to have fun, and it's supposed to be fun for everybody, man. So I like this track a lot because everyone can have fun in battle. So all that being said, the track rides really well. Very fun track. Let's go ahead and move on to the details real quick. So Dark Slides killed it. Bump models, the Caterpillar models look very, very good, man. So Dark Slides, shout out to you, bro. This looks amazing. Shout out to Kid Zoro for the objects, the hay bales and stuff. You guys are doing a wonderful job, man. I love to see all you guys working together to make some dank ass tracks. This looks amazing, man. So with all that being said, that's all I want to say. I'm sorry for going on kind of a tangent, but I was being real right there. I legit had, well, I'm telling you guys the truth. We spent like 2 hours on this track. That's wild. We don't do that ever anymore. We ride a track for probably 15 minutes. We move on to the next track. I mean, it was so much fun, man. So with all that being said, make sure you guys go show them some love on this track. This is a awesome and fun track, man. So make sure you guys please go show them some love. I know Reflex Central's broken, but please show them some love on this track. Very, very fun track, man. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Peace. I'm out of here.